So I consider the data frame which I have considered yesterday, the same one. But here I will be considering indexes as a value addition, comma, index is equal to row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. I print the data frame. You get this. Now I say y is equal to data frame dot location considering row 1 till row 3, and I want only column 2. It prints only column 2, row 1 to row 3. Now let me consider another data frame. So when I say this, when I consider this data frame, I consider A 1, 2, 3, B 4, 5, 6, C 7, 8, 9. When I say data frame is equal to PD dot data frame, considering the data, print data frame. You have this particular data frame. Now I say column underscore A is equal to data frame dot I location. Consider all rows, 0th column. Print it prints that particular thing. Suppose if I wanted to slice multiple columns, suppose if I wanted to slice A, B, data frame dot I location, consider all rows 0 to 2. A, B should be printed. It prints both the things. Now, on the same data frame, suppose if I wanted to do with the alphabet, so when you are doing this with the location, you have with the alphabet, you have to give location. When you want multiple things also, I say location, consider all rows, colon B. Both the things gets printed. Now, suppose if you wanted to modify, let me consider this data frame with I have the data frame. I'm not giving any of the indexes over here. Data frame dot I location 1 till 3. So this is C and E, no? These things, in place of C and E, I wanted to mention capital X, capital Y. That means I wanted to modify. It gets modified. Modification also possible. Got it. Suppose I consider the data frame of this kind. Data frame is equal to data frame dot rename columns. If suppose I say I have A, I wanted to change this to AAA. When I print the data frame, the A gets changes to AAA. Now, not only this, when I consider this, comma, index is equal to, I consider X comma, Y comma, Z. Now I say data frame is equal to data frame dot rename. I wanted to rename the indexes also. How do I rename the indexes? Index is equal to wherever it is X, I wanted to change this to R1, Y as R2, Z as R3. Number of open braces should be equal to number of closed braces. So you should be very much perfect in closing the braces. So all the row names gets transformed. Suppose if I wanted to add a new column, data frame D is equal to 2, 4, 6. Column D gets printed. It got added. Suppose if I wanted to insert another thing, data frame dot insert in second place. That means this is 0, this is 1. After B, I wanted to add. I wanted to add E. 3, 6, 9. Print data frame. In second place, E gets added. Suppose I wanted to replace the contents of the existing column. Suppose I say data frame A. Here I have 1, 2, 3, no? I wanted to replace it with 11, 22, 33. It gets, the value gets updated, changed. So data frame dot replace. So suppose I say A, wherever the value is 11, and B, wherever the value is 6, and I say E, wherever the value is 3, D, wherever the value is 6. So for all these things, I wanted to manipulate the value as 1000, comma, in place is equal to true. That means modification. Print wherever that particular value which I have given is existing, there the value converts to 1000. Till now, whatever we have done is we have like manipulating the data. Now, what I do is I will be dropping the data. That means deleting something. So, suppose if I wanted to delete a particular column, data frame is equal to data frame dot drop columns is equal to, I consider A, comma, E. A and E gets dropped off. That means deleted. Suppose if I wanted to remove the rows, how do I do that? Let me consider, let me just increase some values. If this is the thing, I say y is equal to data frame dot drop 3, print y. The 3 row gets dropped off. Suppose if I give some index names to this, six are there, row 5 and row 6. Suppose I say y is equal to data frame dot drop r1, r4. Print y. R1 and R4 gets dropped off. Now, the same data I consider, but here in C, I consider a value with 0. I say y is equal to data frame. Data frame in this, I consider column C, where it is not equal to 0. Apart from that particular, where the 0 is existing, apart from that particular row, remaining all gets printed. And I say y is equal to data frame dot drop data frame dot index R3. So You can do with the default things rather than considering the index over here. Mm, Let me say, rather than considering all this, let me say 2 till 4. This can be done. It prints the data frame. Let me just ignore this. 2, 3 gets removed off. So we can do only with this. Now, performing arithmetic operations on this data frame. Yesterday, we have done performing arithmetic operations on series. So today we'll perform on a data frame. So yesterday we have done, yeah. So yesterday we have done on the same, right? On series we have done. Now we are doing on a data frame. Now, similarly, I consider two data frames. See, data frame with a single value I am doing. Now, I am considering two data frames. Let me print both of these things first. Now, like yesterday, let us add both the things. See, as I'm taking the same variable name, I'm just copy pasting these things. That's it. Only for the performance. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, exponent, mod. Apart from that, you have with a single value also, it can perform all these things. Clear? So these are some arithmetic operations on two data frame with a value. Now, mm, slicing is done. Now, let me take a data frame is equal to pd dot data frame with np dot random dot rand n 10 rows and 2 columns. Let's print this first. You get to see this particular data frame. Now, for this, I give some indexes also, comma, index is equal to 1, 4, 6, 2, 3, 5, 9, 8, 0, 7. comma. Column names also I'm giving as column 1 and let me take column 2 and column 1. See, why I'm giving in a reverse order is basically not always you take the data in a sequential order. You get the data in a mixed order also. So what you do here, sorted data frame is equal to data frame dot sort underscore index. Print sorted data frame. It prints the indexes in the ascending order if you observe. So when I say the same thing, I consider the same thing in the braces, I give ascending is equal to false. It prints in the descending order. Got it? Now, data frame is equal to pd dot data frame np dot random dot rand numbers 6 rows and 4 columns. Let me take comma index is equal to 1 4 2 3 5 0. Columns is basically column 2, column 1, column 4, column 3. So I say print data frame first. Sorted data frame is basically data frame dot sort underscore index. Axis is equal to 1. Print sorted data frame. You can see columns get sorted in the ascending order. The same sorting can be done with the values of the series also. PD dot series S is equal to PD dot series. Series S should be capital case. 18, 95, 0, 66, 12, 55, 78. If these are the values, let me print S first. Sorted series is equal to S dot sort underscore values. Ascending is equal to true. Print SS. You can see the values in the ascending order. Got it? This is how you sort the values. Suppose I consider S is equal to PD dot series NP dot random dot rand, and I consider some five values. I say index is equal to A, B, D, mm, C, D, E. Print S, it gets printed. Now I wanted to re-index. S dot re-index. I say sorry, E, B, F, D. Print. So you get only those values. As there is no F, you get nan value for that. Next, working on with the text data of pandas. Um, Before that, let us do some concatenations. For that, I consider two data frames. Yesterday, did we take with some? So I have taken two, three, some six names. And for this, I consider some subject ID as subject 1, subject 2, subject 4, subject 5, subject 6, and subject 7, comma, marks scored, marks, or else. I consider 98, 90, 87, 69, 78, 55. Comma, index is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my data frame 1, or else let me consider this as 1. Similarly, I have to. So this is my second thing. I say y is equal to pd dot concat 1 comma 2. I'm just concatenating those two data frames, one below the other, you can see. Suppose I say print pd dot concat. I say 1, no need of just 1 comma 2 comma keys is basically I consider x and y. You can see x and y notations on the left side separately. Suppose I say the same thing, comma, ignore underscore index is equal to true. It ignores the indexes and just keep the thing in an ascending order from 0 to 11. That means all the 12 values in the ascending order, one after one after one. The indexes will be in the ascending part. Comma, axis is equal to 1. You can see column wise. Next, it got added. So all these are some different ways to concatenate. Now, let me take a series pd dot series np dot random rand n. Let me take some 10 values. Similarly on S2 also, I say print S1 dot covariance S2. COV represents for covariance. How do you perform on a data frame? So data frame is equal to pd dot data frame np dot random dot rand n 10 rows and 5 columns, and I say columns is equal to A, B, C, D, E. See, I am comfortable to use these names. That's the reason I'm using this. You can use your names of your choice. Print frame. the data frame. In this, I consider only A, that means A column, dot covariance with data frame I want C. That means C column. Print data frame dot covariance. So that particular value, only that particular value, and covariance always lies between some values. For the complete frame, it's printing the covariance. Now, similarly, correlation also. So for correlation, it always lies between -1 to 1. So here I'm just changing this to CORR. You get the correlation value. Now, let me say I consider S. Let me print S. Now I say print S dot mean, average, median. Median, suppose I say min, minimum value, max, maximum value, count, total count, quantile, quantile, variance. See, generally, with another thing, one with another only, we can figure out the correlation, even covariance also. When you're having two things, then only we can do the correlation or the covariance. So, right? Both. Skew, cumulative sum, come sum. Even you have cumulative product also, come prod. You have cumulative minimum, only the minimum value gets printed. Cumulative maximum, the maximum value keeps printing. Suppose I say round, it rounds to the nearest value. Multiply and calculates the product. Describe, it describes. So the same functions you can work on with a data frame also. That one you can work on it as an assignment. Now, working with the text data, all the string functions which we have done on our basic sessions, those things we can work over here. Suppose I consider S is equal to PD dot series. I say hi, hello, if suppose I have these things, let me print s. Now I say print s dot str. Always you have to keep str over here. Capitalize. Title. Upper. Lower. Count. How many A's are present? It counts. Mhm. And we have swap case. Replace. Wherever there is A, I wanted to replace it with so repeat. 5 times I should repeat. The same thing gets repeated 5 times. So in this way, you can work on with the string data. Suppose I can check contains A. If it was there, it gives true, else false, comma, index A. So if any one thing it was not there, so it gives false only. Suppose if I say find, it gives the position. So you have to check conditions for all the things and only then give. So if suppose I say partition on the basis of A. So wherever there is A before and after, if there is no A, then you get all together in one. It won't do any sort of partitions there. So you can check with any of the is functions, is alpha, is alnum, is numeric, is digit, so on. So with this, one part of pandas is done. We are having another part of pandas, wherein which we work on with little advanced concept like missing data, filling missing data, and handling some duplicates, all these things. But for that, you should have good amount of knowledge on the statistics and how you consider the data from the files. That one we will do in the second part once we do the statistical things. So once we complete little amount of statistics, then we would be working on with that particular part of pandas in the later sessions. But tomorrow we will start with NumPy. But before that, on this pandas, I would be giving you good amount of assignment today. I want you to complete that particular assignment wherein which you are like introduced to practice all the functions that we have done all this week.